years. So I think that, to me, there's a sign. Hey, look, with all we've
We're
been
live.
down, I mean, we've never been hit. I don't know. Has this country ever been hit like this? Probably not. 1917, but that was different. It was a different time, and frankly, Europe took the brunt of it. We didn't, but it was a terrible time also. But probably never been hit like this, right? Somebody was saying, in fact, I was speaking with Governor Cuomo about it because we were in New York City, a place we love, New York State, with the World Trade Center, and that was approximately 3,000 people. Well, we've doubled that. In this same area, we've doubled that, more than double it, substantially more. And it's obviously going. We had the highest number yesterday and the day before. Okay. With all of this news, what would lead you to believe that we're going to have the best stock market week, shortened week, in 50 years? Almost broke the all-time record. You know what that is? That's the pent-up demand. Now, that's my opinion. The other thing is we're doing tremendous stimulus plans. And despite what you're reading, there's back and forth, but we are getting along with the Democrats. They want to see something happen. We have to help our workers. We have to help our small businesses. We have to help our restaurants. I think deductibility will be great for entertainment, restaurants, all of that. Look, I think with the stimulus, with the people, with what we've got going, with all of the things, we're going to be meeting with the airlines over the weekend. We have a great plan for the airlines. We've got to keep the airlines going. It's never been a great business, but it's a very vital business for the country. We're going to be meeting with Boeing. We're going to be meeting with a lot of companies that are great companies and were great companies a short while ago. I mean, we can't let anything happen to Boeing. It's, got
Amazon.
So much potential. You talk about potential. Can anything have more potential than that?
Great right now.
So we have a lot of very exciting things taking place. We have tremendous plans. We have tremendous stimulus. And I think we have a chance to do really well. So this quarter is the quarter I'm looking at. Third quarter, we start to think about it. And I think fourth quarter is going to be at a level that maybe we haven't seen before. I think our country, with the stimulus, with all that we've been through, we've learned a lot. Don't forget, we've learned about pandemics and epidemics. We've learned a tremendous amount. And with all that we've learned, as an example, we're making ventilators. We have thousands of them being delivered in the very near future. We have countries calling us, can we have ventilators? That would have been an unthinkable call. I wouldn't know what to say. They have people dying, but we needed them for ourselves. We have plenty before the surge. In New York, they need far fewer hospital rooms or far fewer hospital beds in particular than we thought. And I have to say, Dr. Brooks told me that 6 weeks ago. I remember you said, that number's too high. We don't need that many. And based on what she said and others, we did what we had to do. We actually gave the maximum. We built Javits. We sent the ship in. We then made the ship COVID because, there weren't a lot of people on the roads. You didn't have the accidents that we thought, other unrelated accidents. Nobody driving. Normally you have a lot of car accidents. You have a lot of motorcycle accidents. You have people going to the hospital. We didn't have that. We had almost none of it. So a lot of things have happened. I think we have a chance to be stronger than before. I really do. I think the stimulus is very important, what we're doing. I think it's very, very important. Please, go ahead.
Mr. President, I've asked you about credit and debt as well. Many American individuals, families have had to tap their credit cards during this period of time, and businesses have had to draw down their credit lines. Are you concerned, Mr. President, that may hobble the U.S. economy? All of that debt, number one. And number two, would you suggest to credit card companies to reduce their fees during this time?
Well, it's something that we've already suggested. We're talking to business interruption insurance. I'd like to see these insurance companies. You have people that paid. When I was in private, I had business interruption. When my business was interrupted through a hurricane or whatever it may be, I'd have business where I had it. I didn't always have it. Sometimes I had it. Sometimes I have a lot of different companies. But if I had it, I'd 35 years, business interruption. They've never needed it. All of a sudden, they need it. And I'm very good at reading language. I did very well in these subjects, okay? And I don't see the word pandemic mentioned. Now, in some cases it is. It's an exclusion. But in a lot of cases, I don't see it. I don't see reference, and they don't want to pay up. I would like to see the insurance companies pay if they need to pay, if it's fair. And they know what's fair, and I know what's fair. I can tell you very quickly. But business interruption insurance, that's getting a lot of money to a lot of people. And they've been paying for years. You know, sometimes they just started paying. But you have people that have never asked for business interruption insurance, and they've been paying a lot of money for a lot of years for the privilege of having it. And then when they finally need it, the insurance company says, we're not going to give it. We can't let that happen. Please, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. On March 6th, you said anyone who wants tests can get a test. Now you're saying that you would be open to reopening the government without having a national testing system. How do you square those two statements, given that there's still issues with testing going forward? And how can you tell people
Well, there's not
that
a
they're
lot
not
of
going to have
issues
their
with
lives
this.
put
Yeah,
at risk?
I got it. There's not a lot, and it's a good question. There's not a lot of issues with testing. Certain sections of we go to Iowa, we go to Nebraska, and interestingly, Idaho is very interesting because they had a few breakouts, small breakouts, but they're very, very capable states, and they're big distances, a lot of land, a lot of opening.
Look through all my social medias.
You don't need testing there. You know, where you have a state with a small number of cases, some states to test every person in the state of Iowa, as an example. You don't have to test every single person. Just say, let's open up and let's get the tractors moving and let's get corn and let's open up all of the different things they do in that great state. You don't need that. With that being said, if there's a little hot corner someplace, we'll be testing. But I think Deborah speaks to this very well. The same thing in New York. That's what we talked to Governor Cuomo about this morning. We have the Abbott test, which is very quick and very easy, goes very fast. Then we have a lesser test that we talked about,